Omarion Hampton, who, I mean, he got a lot of hype, I think, last year because obviously Drake Maye coming out. A lot of people were watching North Carolina tape more than usual. But he continued again this year without having Drake Maye there. He was literally the entire offense for North Carolina. It's kind of crazy. 22 years old, 6'1", 220 pounds from Forest City, North Carolina. First year in 22, 401 yards, 6 touchdowns. 23, 1,504 yards and 15 touchdowns. That's that season, like I said last year, that we were all watching the Drake Maye film. 24 this year, 281 carries, 1,660 yards, 5.9 yards per carry average, 15 touchdowns, 38 catches, 373 yards, 2 touchdowns, 88.4 PFF grade there. A 2-time first-team All-American, 2-time first-team All-ACC, and guys, he's a fun guy to watch play. Talk about a speed-power combo, exactly, dynamic, forceful runner, burst through contact, and he's an every down back that just, you look at him, like I said, look at the receiving difference between him and Genty. Like, if you're a guy that's trying to talk yourself out of Genty, besides the carries, you can look at the receiving part and say, he's not that polished as a receiver. I like having a more modern offense. Hampton's your guy then. Like, he's got that.
He's like, because most people are going to be sold on Genty. But I think, on my mind, like, Hampton's a clear number 2 in this situation. Who I wouldn't be surprised, depending on the team, he might get picked first in the running back class.
Oh, I don't think that at all.
I wouldn't be surprised because just like you just said, he's more of the modern day.
Yes.
Granted, the Barkley and Derrick Henrys have a place in this NFL, and so will Genty. But Hampton's more of that, like, in the backfield. You put in at 30 catches just last year, but he had 67 in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So, like, he's more of your Alvin Kamara kind of running back. He's a guy that's going to get back there, but he's got a little more weight and a little more speed to him. He's very dynamic when he breaks tackles. If you watch him, he's always going forward.
See, and that's part of the concern, though, for me. Because if you watch the tape, he's taking some massive hits where he goes flying into the air. Like, you can't do that in the NFL on a consistent basis and have a long career.
No, he's probably going to be coached out of some of that, but you see that fight. Listen, you can coach a lot of things. You can't coach the fight for the extra yard. And you watch his replays, you just watch just the highlights of the film, you watch almost everything. He's fighting for extra yards consistently.
Yeah. He's going to be really good.
He gets a lot of touches that way.
Yes.
There was the one who was he? It was in Oregon. There was one run he did. It was like 64 yards or something. Broke 2 tackles, and then at the end zone gets hit like he's about to go down in the 6 and spins around and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, I would not be shocked at all if there's a team that likes Genty but goes, you know what? I really prefer, like, I need a defensive tackle. Let me go ahead and get one here. I need a corner. Let me get here, one here. And then somebody tries to trade back into the tail end of the first round to get Hampton, where they have him for 5 years at that point there, because that's a key thing when you're a running back. So you can keep a running back under team control on a rookie deal for 5 years. You don't have to worry about paying him if he's as good as I think Hampton's going to be. But I do think late first round, early second round is where I got him going at that point there. And like I said, I think he's going to be a smart pickup for a team. I really do think that there. This is, like I said, there's a lot of backs in this draft, like we said, guys. Hampton is one that, if you're going to pick who's your definite going to make it in the NFL and has the highest potential to be a star, it's Genty. Let's be honest. That's where he's at. Yeah. But Hampton is not far behind, guys. It's not like here's 1, here's 2 down here. It's like here's 1 and here's 2. It's lower, but it's not like.
He's got a lot of dynamic, and he's got a lot of versatile like playmaking skills out here. Like, because just the ability to catch the ball in the backfield and extend that plays. He's got, I think, was the 3rd highest after contact, extra yak yards.
Yeah,
coming out here and get the first 3 guys we talk about is pretty much the 1, 2, 3. So it's impressive to see what he can do. And yes, the one concern is taking all these crazy hits, but he is 221, you said?
Yeah, he's a decent size. It's not that. It's the flying through the air. It doesn't take much for you all of a sudden to go ahead and make one wrong move. and go ahead and mess something up. Like, it really doesn't. Like, I'm going to give you a dark horse candidate for him. No pun intended. The Broncos. Like, this is a guy, you mentioned Kamara. I mean, I don't think he's necessarily Kamara-like, because I don't think he's as good a receiver as Kamara is, but I do think he's a complete back, which is something that we know Sean Payton likes. They got Estemi, they got out of Notre Dame last year, who's the kind of bruising back, so you can kind of take some of that off of there for those big hits that he's been taking there. Hampton's been taking in North Carolina. I think he's a good fit. I think they were 20, I think they are. I want to say 20, yeah. They're 20 in this draft. So that's not a horrible place necessarily for Hampton. If you like, a running back that much. Again, I think you're going to see running backs valued a little bit more in this draft because of what happened this past year. I do think that's going to be a little bit of a resurgence of the position. Is it going to be, like it was back in the day? No, probably not. Probably not. But it's going to be a little bit less of an afterthought, I feel like, now. So that's the way the NFL is. Somebody succeeds at something, somebody else will try to go ahead and mimic it. That's just exactly 100%. So, all right.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.